Hello everyone, this is Phi. Today I'm checking out Sequence Storm. Again, this is going to be a part 2 of sorts. I playtested this a little while ago, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago or something. And it's quite fun. This game is apparently on its way to being released in several weeks, I guess, at this point. The reason why I'm playtesting again is the developer had mentioned that he was curious about what I thought about the difficulty of the remaining levels that I didn't get to before. So I figured I'd give it another shot and see if I could kind of get a sense of how I feel about that. And in addition to that, I just think the game is in general quite fun. So I thought it'd be cool to play through the rest of the demo here. So that's what we're going to attempt to do today. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. If you want to check out this game, you can check out the links down below. But we're going to start out by turning on the Xbox controller. Alright. Oh, okay. For a second I couldn't see the highlight and I thought that the controller wasn't working. So it was a while ago when I played, so I have to kind of try and remember the controls. I think it probably won't take too long. Now I don't remember setting this to loose. So I'm confused as to why this is set to loose right now. Oh, so I guess there's loose and strict, so maybe it was set to loose. I guess. That's okay. So let's go ahead and... I actually never tried free play. I guess you can just select a... Oh. Oh, okay, I'm selecting beginner or easy. So this UI, this UI immediately kind of confused me, I guess. Okay, the left and right is this diagonal, so that's kind of weird. Because I thought up and down was going to select this, what's on the diagonal here, but it's selecting the big difficulty. Now, wait a minute, what? And love easy. So why are they mentioned more than once? Is that just like some kind of a... Like you didn't have enough you didn't have enough to test out your UI, so you just listed all the tracks twice or something? I don't know why they listed twice. In any case, yeah, so I found this a little confusing, but I think it's the sort of thing, again, that like you'd probably figure out pretty quick and then you just kind of get it after that. Or is this is the beginner one and this is the easy one, maybe? Oh, okay, so that I see now. Alright, so that, I mean, that's kind of confusing too, but I'm figuring it out. I don't really know. These are beginner and easy. I guess the little meter on the left is kind of demonstrating the difficulty, maybe? But this is going up. I still don't know what the number is, the 14 out of 58. Does that correspond with the difficulty then? Oh, this is just confusing, honestly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to continue. I can just go back to... So what I'm thinking is I'll just go play like one that I already beat before. And, so I guess the ones that are empty are ones that I haven't done yet. So I haven't beat this one. I don't know what the little dot is below. Maybe there's like a secondary objective or something, and that's what that's indicating, like I didn't complete it. Alright, before I get started, let's just check real quick on what we got here. Alright. I'm just gonna do this one. don't remember everything. Alright, I guess jumping and then... Oh wait, which button? Which button is that? I don't remember. Okay, this is gonna be bad to start out with here. All right. Why is this? I guess you can see a different part of the track on the right there. That's interesting. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. Oops. Alright, we're getting the hang of it again. I forgot about the boost thing though. Boost is B. Okay. Ooh. Alright, I got boost again. So that's the thing that I kind of struggle with in this game, is I'm so focused on the notes that I never notice the boost. This is the steering boost. Put an extra input in there that we didn't need. Alright, so just adjust my mic just a little bit here. Try not to sit too close to the screen. The Margrave contracts. So we're off the screen a little bit. It actually looks like it might be rendering. Like on the left of the screen, there's like a little line that looks like it might correspond to that S, like on the right, wrapping around or something. Alright, so let's just go to anything that we haven't done already. Everyone's friend. I never really thanked you for your advice, so I lost track of whatever was going on in the story. It's okay though. So this guy's a sweet talker. Finish in third place with better bonus is hit notes with 77% accuracy. Oh. Oops. It actually gets harder when you go faster, I notice. Like the timing is the same, but it's harder to see. Just a little bit. So again, I didn't really use all the boost I used. It's really hard for me to keep track of that at all. But I used it a bit. Alright, plus 80, we got the bonus objective. I got first place and everything, so that's pretty good. 96.88% accuracy. Not too bad. Yeah. Massive is now available in free play mode. So I'm wondering about, like, in the mission select screen there, where it kind of branches around. I don't really get a sense of, like, which one to do for what reason. I don't know if there's any reason to do like one stage next. Like this one I went to, and I noticed there was another one with like a question mark that looked like it might branch off from this one. But like I'm wondering if there's any reason to like to decide to go in one direction rather than another. Even if you can like go back and do the other ones later or something, I don't really know if there's any sort of intention behind that, or if you can just kind of do them randomly. I almost wonder if there's a way you could kind of, I don't know, like incentivize doing certain levels. Like if you do this type of level, then you might like unlock some type of thing or something, and then the player can kind of get a sense of like, oh, if I go this direction, I can get that. Maybe that'll add something. I don't know. It's just something that occurs to me. Delivery to a high security network. We'll have to sneak in. Discount firewall. Can be bypassed when disconnected from the sequence. Currently available from online sellers. Boost around them. Oh, okay, so this might be something that we have to use the boosting for. Do not collide with any barriers. Wow. Okay, so that sounds kind of tough. I hear the phone ringing, so unfortunately the answer machine is going to go off here. Which is annoying. I apologize. So it's hard to get the first note if there's no music. There's nothing to listen to. So I guess I'm like kind of required to use the boost to avoid barriers in this one. I can boost now. Oh wait, I have to hold it down. Crap. That was kind of crazy. Alright, that's probably a little on the hard side for like the very first time you ever have to do that. But I was completely botched which way I had to press the boost there. I do like that he's actually using the boost steering for something like that, though. That's really cool. Oh, see, I keep wanting to tap it instead of hold it. I have to wrap my head around that. Oops. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, I couldn't see that one in time. Oops. Oh my gosh, it's hard to see. Alright. What? I didn't see a third thing. I only did it twice. I completely didn't see what happened there. Crap. I've yet to successfully do the boosting dodge thing here. Alright, hold it. Okay. Button again. I might have missed it anyways, I don't know. Alright, so yeah. I mean, that was a little bit, you know, there's a lot going on already with just doing the notes, and in a couple parts it was kind of like a little hard to see the barrier coming up and that kind of thing, so it's not that bad, but maybe it's for like a tutorial level, maybe it's a little much going on at once. You know, tutorials are kind of not supposed to have any real challenge to them in general, so yeah, that being said, I mean, it's a simple enough concept. I just have to first of all remember to hold the button instead of just press it to do the proper boost. So yeah, I don't know why this is a question mark. I don't know what that means. I think these icons that are spinning around might be like metals. Like this might be like gold medal and these might be bronze or something. And this is silver, yeah. Must be what that is. So yeah, I don't know what this means. Drop everything, darling. I have a very time-sensitive delivery to another secure network. What's the hurry? None of your business. Alright, do not collide with any barriers. Oh. For some reason, the fact that my craft didn't center yet kind of messed me up on getting that one note there. Oh, the timing changed on the track, on the rhythm. Oops, wrong way. Oh, I hit it, didn't I? I'm not even sure if I hit it, but I think I might have. So maybe the feedback could be a little better, and it was pretty close. Like, I kind of just skimmed it a bit, but I'm trying to talk while playing this kind of slightly difficult part, so that's not helping me. I don't know, I think I might hit it again. completely missed that. Oh crap, holy moly, that's weird. My brain is like being split in half right there. Oh my gosh, that part just messed me up. Alright, let's just try it again. That first note is really hard to get without any audio. Oh, that's the wrong button. Did I hit it? It does feel a little unforgiving, and the steering isn't like instantaneous or anything. Like there's a bit of lag when you go left or right. That one was hard because I didn't know what the song was gonna do. I just mixed up the rhythm there. Holy crap. So some of this will come better with familiarity with the track. Oops. Oh. I didn't even mean to do that, oh my gosh. Oh, I got really mixed up. Which button is that? See, I can't... Oh gosh, see the problem is that I can't... When that happens, for some reason I can't figure out whether it's the trigger or the bumper to press on the left, because I'm trying to look at the right to like figure that out at the same time, and I can't do both at the same time. So that's why I keep messing up with that part. It's really weird. For some reason it just requires too much focus to figure out, like on the left side of the screen I have to figure out is that the bumper or the trigger, and on the right side I have to figure out do I press the stick left or right. And yeah, it's really hard for me to do both. So I'm gonna try this one more time. It seems like I'm only messing up just a bit, except for those parts where I just like completely fall apart here, but wrong way. So I hope hitting the wall doesn't hurt you. I didn't even see what I just missed. Oh, see, that's... Occasionally there are things... Oh, I didn't know how to dodge that one. Occasionally there are things that I just don't expect the song to do. Like that little... Oh my gosh. Oops. Alright. What was that? I don't understand. Why did that... What did I miss at the end there? At the end of the blue thing on the blue squiggly thing on the right. There was another one where I was supposed to press A and I didn't see it on the ground. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Anyways, I completed it. I just completely ignored the barrier at the end that I ran through, but yeah, that part once I knew that it was the trigger to press, I could do that part. New track unlocked. Komodo's now low. Okay. And we have a new item, 5% increased boost acceleration. Alright, so upgrades are on Y. We have 350 credits. Do we have points? Whatever. Oh, purchase of points. So yeah, I don't really understand why you need to purchase them, but... numbing module, 1 out of 4. Okay, so I guess we can spend the credits on upgrades, or you can spend the credits on stats. These upgrades to equipment, I guess. Powerful boosts, which is what we just unlocked, I think. Numbing module. That's what we have, and then for some reason it goes to none, and then it goes to powerful boosts. This is going to the right, so I don't... Okay, so I guess for some reason the numbing module is on the rightmost circle thing in the bottom here. I don't know why. It just kind of is. The UI here is a little confusing. But... slowing from turning, for maintaining speed on curves. Health pool for dangerous environments. Never really paid attention to health at all while I've been playing. So I guess we want to purchase this. I don't know why. I guess we're starting from the right and these are putting in right to left for some reason on these little circles. So I guess we might as well just like buy one of these. I guess we can take them out and we can adjust things as we want. So that's kind of cool. See, it's hard for me to judge how this is going to affect things versus like this. Because I think it's just like a passive sort of buff, I think, so... I mean, all of these technically are, but... yeah, like if one is going to overall help me more than the other, I don't really know. Huh? Oh, the point cost goes up. So now it's up to 350. Interesting. Alright. Let's play a new one then. There he is. Thanks for asking me along tonight. The problem looks like you're empty. Simcohol. Okay. Simulated alcohol. Oh, feeling tired. Third or better, release all holds at the proper time. I'm probably not going to do that, but... Oh. Oh, I didn't know what thing that was. Couldn't see it until it was too late. Ooh. Oops. That was completely wrong. So I'm not sure. I keep doing the wrong one. Oh my gosh, that was bad. Oh gosh. It's hard for me to identify the notes that quickly. Some of them are coming real fast. Oops. Let's do some of this. I do like how you can see the other racers, because that gives you a sense of kind of urgency where you want to get in front of them, which is a great thing that racing games do. But I guess I'm in third, so I kind of have to use the boost, I think, to get in front of the other racers, like to achieve a speed that will actually bring me ahead of them. Which I guess in some sense is a good, what's the word? Well, it's a good reason to make you want to use the boost anyways, and like remember it's there. So that kind of makes sense. So yeah, that wasn't that great. I guess I had 90% accuracy, but yeah, there are a few there that were pretty hard for me to like see and react to, because of course, it's not just seeing it, you also have to like identify which button it is to press, and it takes a little longer than it is to just like see it and react to it rhythmically. So that made it pretty tough, but again, it's also the sort of thing where if someone were to practice the same track for a while and they actually kind of know what's coming, then they're gonna not have that problem. I will also note it is I seem to do kind of okay at it, but the idea of switching between like the trigger and the bumper instantly, it's a little awkward for me, because I've mentioned in the last video I don't use like two fingers on my trigger and bumper at the same time. I just use my index finger and move between them. So that's something worth pointing out. I don't think that's necessarily a problem, but maybe just something to keep in mind. I don't know why this is a red exclamation point. Ephraim's rig, huh? He's stealing from dead guys? Dead? No. He's really dead. All right. Finishing first. Don't collide with other rigs or walls. So I guess there is some kind of a penalty for touching the walls. I'm assuming because this is an objective now. It sounds kind of tough because with like those those barriers that were just sliding back and forth, I was doing that a lot because I was just trying to get around the barrier, just kind of running into the wall. And I don't know if that's really bad, but it kind of felt like that was kind of tough to avoid. I mean, if that is a problem, I can imagine making the barriers like not slide side to side and just kind of stay static in a position on the left or the right or whatever, which might make it easier to kind of cleanly avoid them. But that's just my thoughts on it. What the heck? That sounded weird at first, okay. Because the way the rhythm is in this track is a little confusing. Oops. Saw that too late. Didn't see that at all. Oh gosh. Marauder, get ready to flame. Oh, that was useless. There's no there's no notes in this area. Oh, I wasn't watching. I looked away. I looked at my boost meter. How did I miss that? I pressed the wrong one, maybe? Oh, I hit him. Alright. So I saw the flashing red thing. I didn't know what it was. I was still just looking at the notes, so... Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I hit the wall though. That's really hard to not hit the wall actually. In that kind of situation, because you have to turn so hard. Why do I keep missing? Oh, because there's a... I didn't know there was a... The rhythm was like that. I was still following the... I don't know how to describe it, but there was another hit in the drums there that I didn't realize I had to match. Alright, let's try that again. So it's pretty trippy. You're not following the kick drum in this part, so like the kick happens and then you're not even pressing the button yet, so it kind of throws you off a little bit. Oops, didn't see that. Oh, that's the wrong button, okay. Oh shoot, that was the wrong kind of boost. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. How do you do that without hitting the wall? Crap. Oi, alright. Finished. 85% accuracy, not great. Mad Racing, Ephraim would be proud. The rig's yours. Tripolis. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, to be continued. I guess that's the end of the demo then. Okay. So yeah, I mean, let me turn down my volume here a little bit so I can talk. I mean, obviously there's stuff I had trouble with, but in terms of just completing the levels, it wasn't that hard. I mean, I had to do a couple of them a few times, and you know, that can be a little bit annoying, but it wasn't too bad. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say how you should balance this sort of thing because you do have to account for like how many people aren't gonna be that good at it, and there's also the idea that because there are so many different difficulty modes, like people who are really good at it can just play it in the harder mode, or they can go back later. Like, say they completed the whole game and they just want to play all the different tracks, and they can play it in harder and harder settings and that sort of thing. So maybe for just your basic campaign sort of thing, it might be worth adjusting the difficulty balance to be a little easier, at least in specific ways. I mean, for me specifically, you could kind of see all the different little things that kind of caught me up, versus the parts that I found, you know, pretty easy to keep track of and keep time with and everything. So, you know, it might be worth just kind of tweaking those things to make certain things to make them a little more forgiving. Just kind of for that sake, and then obviously you can make the levels harder and harder as necessary. One thing I do want to mention, just real that kind of at the end here, about just the difficulty in general. And this is going to sound kind of tangential for a moment, but I'm the kind of person who likes pretty much all kinds of games. I know a lot of people have like specific genres that they gravitate towards, and they're just not interested in others. And for me, it's never really been a thing. I've always just been like, anything that's good is something I'm interested in. So I've always just played all types of games growing up and through adulthood and everything. So that being said, there's always been like a few kind of niche genres that I've never really played much, if at all. And among those is like particularly like simulation games. like the serious simulation games, like flight sims, um, or things like sports games, specifically like sports sims, which I've never really played like at all. Um, Whereas sort of like arcadey sports games is like that's appealing enough to me. Um, and The other one would be like rhythm games essentially. So I mentioned before I don't have much experience with rhythm games, and kind of the point in saying all this is that like between these genres, the common element in general is just that they're really daunting. And what I mean by that is that there's usually like a really high well, they give the impression that there's this like high skill floor, where you have to invest a lot of time in it to like learn the game before you can actually enjoy it and that kind of thing. And that's always kind of put me off a bit. Like it's one of those things where I know like if it's good and if I put the time into it, I'd probably enjoy it. If other people enjoy it, because that's just the kind of person I am. But I'm not really excited about the idea of having to like work at a game to like get good at it and enjoy that. Um, so you see all these rhythm games. I've seen them in videos on YouTube and stuff over the years, and some people play these like insane difficult things with like perfect scores, and it's like really cool to see. But it's also like I don't really want to go and start playing that because I'm never going to get to this person's level. Um, you know, so it's more just like it turns into a spectator sort of thing rather than me actually going out and trying to play this game. Um, so my point in saying all this is I think there's a lot of value in kind of catering to people who don't really necessarily have that interest in rhythm games because they, consider them daunting or something. I think this kind of game has some potential for that in terms of like marketing and certainly how the game is balanced, I guess, in some ways. But because it has this sort of racing element to it that's kind of thematic, but also affects the gameplay. I think that's sort of a cool thing that could bring in more interest from sort of people outside of the circle of people who are interested in rhythm games, that sort of thing. So I think that would be worth pursuing. I did notice, I did check out the trailer that was made for this game. I don't know at what point it was made, but it was a great trailer and it showed a lot of cool action. But it was also like most of the action that was showed was like really flashy, but it also looked like really hard. And so I think that'd be a thing worth considering is like just show people that you can just enjoy the game and kind of the flow and the zen feeling that you get from actually playing it well. Um, and I think I think just focusing on those people who don't get excited about really hard rhythm games but might just uh, might enjoy this kind of game but they don't know it yet, that sort of thing, so they would probably not want to see it being super difficult. I think that'd be worthwhile. So it's a very long way of saying something rather simple, but um, yeah, that's kind of my feelings on it. I didn't feel like it was too painful for me specifically, but um, it is more fun when you're not getting mixed up and saying like, oh, holy crap, I couldn't see that, or that came too quick, or that was you know a bit too much for my brain to handle at that moment, and it's like impossible to get that right for everyone, obviously. But maybe for the kind of core campaign, especially if it's kind of towards the beginning of it, it might be better to kind of work out some of those things as you might feel possible to just to kind of keep everyone so that they're kind of feeling it, and then they can try the harder and harder settings as maybe as they get towards the later part of the game, and then also obviously if they want to go back and play harder challenges. That's just kind of my first kind of impression about the whole thing. So I think that's about it for my thoughts about the difficulty. I think the game is a lot of fun. And I'm not really sure. Like if I kept playing it and playing it, maybe I would get better and better at those parts that really kind of messed me up that were kind of scattered about here and there. But in any case, yeah, it's definitely a cool game. The steering bits I do like the concept of in practice. Maybe they could be tweaked a bit. I think the steering itself felt kind of wonky, to be perfectly honest. Like maybe there's too much inertia on it, something like that, and on your left and right movement. Didn't really feel tight. It's too slidey, kind of. Um, and everything is going so fast in this game that it's hard to kind of make judgments about that. But I think that's kind of how I felt about it, because I was, maybe it should feel a little easier than it does to steer successfully and not run into the wall and not run into whatever. And um, yeah, just keep everything in control. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap this up before I babble anymore, and like start repeating myself or something. But hopefully this video is useful for you. And if you have any questions for me, definitely let me know. If there's anything else I can do for you. And I will see you in the next video.